Let's begin this broadcast by bringing you the latest count, the Omicron tally. At the moment, Delhi is at 238. Let's get that on your screens right now. Maharashtra at 167, Gujarat 73, Kerala 65 and Telangana 62. And we're getting you the number of discharge as well right here on your screen. So this is India's Omicron count. But let's shift focus now to Delhi. That is witnessing sharp spike in cases with nearly 500 cases in a day. The national capital reported 496 COVID cases on Tuesday, with the positivity rate rising to 0.89%. The Omicron count touched 238 with 57 discharges according to latest data from Health Ministry. There is a night curfew in place between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. under level 1 of the graded response action plan. Schools, colleges, cinemas, gyms, spas will remain closed in the national capital. Shops of non-essential goods and services in markets and malls can be opened based on odd-even formula from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Restaurants will be permitted with 50% capacity from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Bars can also operate in the same capacity, but from 12 noon to 10 p.m. only. Because 10 p.m. onwards is when the curfew hits in the national capital. So you cannot go to a bar after 10 p.m. Private offices will function with 50% staff. Metro trains and buses running with 50% of seating capacity in the city. Marriages and funerals will be allowed with an attendance of 20 people, with other political, cultural, religious gatherings banned in Delhi. Delhi Disaster Management Authority will be meeting today to discuss the situation. LG Anil Baijal, Chief Minister Kejriwal, senior officials along with experts will be attending this meeting.
.5% से ज़्यादा पॉजिटिविटी रेट होगा 2 दिन तक लगातार, तो ऐसे हालात के अंदर येलो लेवल आ जाएगा, एक लेवल 1 आ जाएगा और उसमें हम ये चीज़ें बंद करेंगे। तो 0.5% से ज़्यादा 2-3 दिन से चल रहा है, इसीलिए लेवल 1 जो है ग्रेडेड एक्शन प्लान का, उसको लागू करने का निर्णय लिया गया है।
Anisha Mathur is joining us from the national capital for the very latest on this. Anisha, the cases are rising rapidly in Delhi, 10-fold increase in cases in 1 month. But interestingly, the authorities have really swung into action, put the right kind of curbs in place. Of course, we know better how to now handle the rise and spread of the virus, given we've gone through 2 waves already. But what are the concerns at the moment as far as the Omicron variant is concerned in the national capital, the kind of hospitalizations and how severe is it?
Well, Chaiti, if you look at the data that has come out from the centre as well as from the Delhi government, there have been 238 confirmed cases of the Omicron variant in the last 24 hours alone. But the good news, at least the relieving news at the moment, is that there are only 34 people who are in the ICUs at the moment. Only about 200 odd people have needed hospitalization at all, with about 1600 currently active cases of COVID of all variants in the national capital. So the hospitalization rate at the moment remains low, but the positivity rate is now increasing. Of course, with the restrictions that have now been put in place, the yellow alert has been sounded in the national capital. Metros, buses are at 50% capacities. Offices have been asked to reduce attendance to 50%. Markets and malls will function on an odd-even basis. But on the ground is where all the concerns are going to come. The Delhi government, of course, has announced that they've increased the bed capacity. They are reviving the COVID care centers that were created in the second wave to manage the huge influx that had happened in April and May. But the issue is going to be implementation on the ground. We're at ITO right now, which is where all the government offices are. There is a huge crowd usually. There's a metro station, there are markets, there is traffic. And you can see around us that a lot of people are not wearing masks properly. I'm going to ask my cameraman Nasir Khan to pan around and show you. Buses, of course, I'm not, if you can see this in the visuals, buses are functioning at 50% capacity. But there are people who are walking around on the roads trying to get to their offices right now. And many of them are not wearing masks properly. And that is something that the administration is trying to create awareness about, because the only way to combat COVID really is masks, social distancing and staying away from crowded spaces. And as long as Delhiites continue to come out to the markets, they continue to come out to restaurants, continue to be on the road in crowds and not wear masks properly, this will remain a problem no matter what the administration does. One thing that they have done is impose a night curfew to prevent crowds on New Year's Eve from gathering. They've also said that markets will be working on 50% capacity. That is something that the traders are not happy about. The CAIT, the traders body, has already lodged a protest saying that this 50% and odd even system is going to affect their business. It's going to affect the earnings that they were hoping for to recover from the last 1.5 years. So a lot of concerns are there, even particularly because this is winter holidays in several countries. Christmas break is there. People have been coming into Delhi from abroad. People whose families are in Delhi have come back for the holidays, and that has led to the spread of COVID cases as well, because we are seeing a lot of people being identified who are at the airports, who are just coming in from different countries. All of these things will have to be considered very carefully by the government.
Absolutely. Thanks, Anisha, for that elaborate ground report right there. Delhi has a yellow alert in place to contain the spread of Omicron. My colleague Akshita Nandagopal explains the curbs, the do's and don'ts here in the national capital. Take a look.
With the Delhi Chief Minister sounding a yellow alert now in the national capital, what are the curbs that are back in place in Delhi? Well, there's a night curfew that is in effect right now from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. every day. Beyond that, also the other measures that have been taken is that schools, colleges, cinemas, gyms, all of that will be shut now. Beyond that, private offices are allowed to function, but with 50% staff to ensure that social distancing is maintained in these offices. Non-essential shops will open on an odd-even basis, particularly in malls. They'll be allowed to open one day and then close the next. Restaurants will be allowed to open from 8 a.m. all the way to 10 p.m. So their timings don't change, but with 50% capacity, again to ensure social distancing. Bars also are allowed to function. The timing for them is 12 noon to 10 p.m. They have to adhere to that timing with 50% capacity. Again, 100% seating will not be allowed. Metros, trains, buses, public transport will essentially run, but again, with 50% seating capacity to ensure social distancing. As far as marriages and funerals are concerned, goes back to square one. Only 20 attendees will be allowed in marriages and funerals. All political gatherings are banned. All cultural, religious gatherings at this point will not be allowed till there's a relook at the current norms and curbs that are put in place by the government.
Amidst rising Omicron numbers, Hyderabad has forgotten to put COVID restrictions. Telangana government has actually extended liquor shops' timing for New Year Eve, while other states are imposing night curfew and sweeping curbs. Telangana government on Tuesday granted permission to sell or serve liquor by bars, events and in-house events till 1 a.m. on New Year. Retail shops selling liquor to stay open till 12 a.m. Government, however, asked to follow standard operating procedure of COVID-19. Ashish is now live for all the latest on the story. Ashish, if you could walk us through the do's and don'ts as far as the New Year Eve restrictions and guidelines and SOPs are concerned in Telangana.
So, Chaiti, while neighboring states like Karnataka, Maharashtra, they are imposing several restrictions on New Year celebration. In a bizarre order, Telangana government Chief Secretary, he passed order, he instructed, in fact, the excise department to increase the liquor sale time on 31st as well as on 1st. So now, as per new order, liquor stores will remain open till 12 midnight, while pubs and bars and all the New Year events, they are allowed to have celebration till 1 a.m. in the morning. This has raised several eyebrows, particularly the Congress party, the opposition BJP. They are asking question at the time when Telangana and Hyderabad has reported 62 Omicron cases of COVID-19 are continuously surging in different different districts of state. At this time, allowing free booze party, free celebration, gathering, crowding, that has raised a serious question, and opposition is raising these questions. They are also questioning that why not no curb government is announcing on New Year celebration. Remember, Chaiti, the Telangana High Court also asked government to impose restriction as per the order issued by the central government.
Absolutely, thanks. for joining us with the very latest details on this. Omicron cases across India are continuing to surge. The tally now stands at 781. Maharashtra now is 167 cases. West Bengal 11 cases. Let's now take a look at the ground reports coming in.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise in West Bengal, and as of December 28, the number of COVID-19 cases stands at 752, while a day earlier than that, it was at close to 430 cases. Despite the fact that the cases are rising, the West Bengal government has chosen to lift the night curfew that was there in terms of the restrictions, but it could be that after the 1st of Jan, the restrictions would again be in place, considering the fact that the cases are on the rise. The restrictions were lifted keeping in mind the Christmas and New Year season, but because cases are rising, the West Bengal government is keeping an eye on the situation across the state. With camera person Kiranjit Das, Prema Rajaman, Kolkata for India Today.